ये गर्जना से भस्म हुए धूर्त सब धड़ से होगा सर अलग टुकड़े होंगे आतड़ियों के हरी हुए उग्र बेहरी हुए रुद्र छिड़ गया है जंग एक ठनी अस्त्र शस्त्र दंत नख है भौह अब तनी चल पड़े तो मर गए जितने भी असुर थे यहाँ बह रही धरा पे लाल रक्त की नदी 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 नवः रुद्र रूपम नवः रुद्र रूपम नवः रुद्र रूपम नवः रुद्र रूपम जय 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 नरसिंह जय
Okay. Cool. Thought I'd look at some shaligrams. It's pretty dark in here, huh? Okay, that should help. There we go. Hey. I'm good. Hope you're doing well as well. Psoriasis is still going on. I also had a lump removed from my knee. That was, I thought a cyst, ended up being some weird thing. But it seems like it should be gone. It was like I couldn't kneel. I couldn't do a lot of things. It was kind of painful. Pretty painful to use my right leg. This like weird lump. I swear I had a mosquito bite right after Bill Gates released mosquitoes in Florida. I swear it started as a mosquito bite at that time. Or at least I thought it was. I don't know if it started as one or I thought it was one when I first saw it. It's hard to say. But it looked like a mosquito bite to me and became this fucking a benign tumor. I was like, oh, nasty. Anyway, it's cool though. It's feels pretty good. It's healing. Yeah, I don't, it's. I hope so. I hope so. A little odd. I found a medical paper that did like a study on it, and apparently, this thing. It's oh man, angioleomyoma, something like this. This thing is like doesn't return generally when it's removed. So I'm hoping it's cool and it's fine. It just has to heal, and I'm hoping my leg is back to normal. It's been kind of like 2-3 years where my right leg has had this issue, and it's just gotten worse. I just kind of accepted that I couldn't kneel, but then like it's just all the time. Anytime I'd bump it, I couldn't wear pants literally without like really aggravating it. Fortunately, I was in Florida, so it was a minor issue. But still, like. So I saw a bunch of really quite incredible shaligrams. Here at Rouge Rock Guru, I don't know where I last left off. Like, this one's incredible. This one, I probably might have talked about this. This one. This one. This one. I wanted several of these along the way. Looks like I could still get that one. It's kind of... I don't want to buy one. Just freaking open them all. They're so... Oh my god, this one? Dude, wait till you see this one. I was like 75,000? Like, that's a lot. I don't know what it is. It's around $850, I think. It's kind of expensive, and I was like, it looks kind of typical. This one, I wanted this one. I thought about buying this one more than any other one. I thought about buying this one, but it's sold. Also, this one was pretty enticing. A little higher than I would like to pay. This one also is pretty cool. Okay. Typo. Oh, no, it's not a typo. It's when you see it, there's a video. It's not even visible. Let's go straight to it. I'm looking at it like, this is like, okay, it's got an ammonite, it's got some kind of thing going on, some stuff going on, nothing too out of the ordinary. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's big. It's got this thing here. Like, they definitely have shaligrams at that cost and higher. So I'm like, I think that some reason they marked it up like a lot. And I was confused. And then I said, wait a minute. There's a video. Oh my god, this fucking thing. Oh my god. Just a little chakra back there. Crazy. That's the first time I saw that, like, in an opening like this. All within the opening. Not exposed on the exterior. Crazy. And at certain angles, like right there, the chakras, when the chakras align, it's kind of interesting. Trying to get it. Oh, that's pretty close. It's not the best, like, inward angle. I'm so curious what the, like, boundary looks like around it. Like, it's hard to tell what's going on in the inside of this. I guess oh yeah, the, I can't take screenshots of shorts apparently, or can I? No. Oh my god. I wish it didn't go dark. I can probably slow it down. There we go. Right? Oh my lord. It's so unassuming, even from the, like, opening. It's crazy. I love it. I'm very curious what exactly is going on, and it's hard to tell, like, if it's recessed completely or if it, like, like, it becomes the other one there. At some angles it looks like there's some kind of gap. It's hard to tell if there's a second chakra structure the other way. I mean, I don't know how to tell that without, like, a mirror, a tiny mirror, and light, and some way to look behind. And then this gives the impression that, like, current drilled into the stone here, and some of it interacted with the other eddy inside the stone to create this other system. So, like, this maybe is related somehow to that other system, like that. It's hard to tell, but it does look like it could be. I'm not sure if it's in, like, a good position. Now that I say it, if it's, like, over here, it's good, or, like, over here. Where is it again? Like, is it right there? There. hard. I can't tell. Okay. So that one's crazy. I was like, whoa. Did not like even here. I don't think it's visible. I don't think it's in any of these images. I don't think it's like clear. It's there. It's if anything, it's this lighter part, but it just doesn't look like another chakra. No chakra visible. It's just like it's not there. Oh yeah, here we go. I don't know. Maybe it's like a counter to. Maybe it's like applying pressure into this eddy, causing some exhaust into the stone further, leading to that other eddy. An offshoot current in the back. It's got a big smile too. It's like, yeah, I know. Oh shit. Okay. And then this one had so many things that are just like. This one's probably better. Essentially, it's got the circles that become like this kind of pillar structure instead of an ammonite of like a crinoid. But it's not normal at all. Like it's got a circle here of little circles, and then like here little circles, like all sorts of evidence of larger structures forming from smaller fractals, essentially, where like the collective crinoid patterns are making larger scale crinoids. And then this one I think is kind of crazy. Like it looks like this, where it's got the little pillar. It's got the little pillar thing like this, but more of like a nub, like narrow one. And then up here, but then I was like, wait, like especially there, it looks like there's one here and one here with some erosion between, but then they're shifting to be more like a tiered structure like it can do. So it's doing one of those molding from going this way and this way to one larger structure. And then like layers here that are kind of deflecting off of pressure, presumably fanning away, kind of like a chakra, like a cross and then down. In a more normal chakra way than these, although kind of doing that there too. Like I wanted to look at it closer. That's why I almost bought it. Because it really looks like it's covered in these little crinoid circles and really strong evidence that it's not fossils because of the way they're arranged. And like forming larger structures as individual ones that aren't just in a line like crinoids should be, like kind of some chain, but are adjacent and creating larger ones. I don't know if this one had anything particularly exciting. It's got the like slices across at angles. Pretty common. Another ammonite that branches off of it. This one has a lot of like one ammonite becomes another kind of thing. Like it's spiraling, it goes around, and then it spirals back. Like what? I don't think I noticed that one. This one was hard to let go too. I really don't want to buy like I don't know what this one was. Yeah. It's just too much. Too high of a donation. They all just kind of interweaving with one another, creating different structures. This one's kind of just wedged in on this side. Even the opening is kind of forming a wedge, stacked in this way. Probably layered in multiple ways. I don't know. Crazy. Just layering, just smearing out, and just filling the space. At regions of current interaction, where like over here is probably predominantly one direction, so it doesn't have collision driving the surface currents into the stone more. That when it was being shaped by currents. Hard to say exactly how many cool things are on here without seeing it. Okay, this one's kind of odd shaped. It's got this ammonite, and then for no reason, this loop of another fossil just perfectly goes across. Oh, well, it was resting upon it. And then it goes down, over, down, over. Or over, down. Like a chakra. Recessively. This ammonite just kind of wears out in terms of how far it can go at this surface. And it structurally does not continue. Which is kind of like in a plate tectonics modern paradigm viewpoint. That would be a pure coincidence. This stone eroded, this surface eroded smooth by some kind of scraping, be it glacial, river. I don't know what they would explain this as. I guess glacial. To make it like flat and smooth. But then it just, by coincidence, only eroded it to where that ammonite extended to. Where, when it's caused by currents, it actually is extended to there for a reason, because that's where the currents interact with a like surface current that's not running into the stone over here, but actually flowing in this region, so it doesn't just propagate through it easily. And currents that come from this eddy can kind of just go off. Like they're running off and they're not going into the stone, where it requires a like flat face where the eddy is flowing into the flat face to actually root into it, otherwise it just slides off. Some other cool features of layering. Okay, there's definitely more exciting ones. There's so many I thought I might try to get through. It's super cool. Like, it's just kind of anomalous. This little ammonite thing, I know it gets bigger, but like it doesn't make sense for these teeth down here that then have this gap teeth. And then like weird oddities in this that are kind of like the structure extended, but not quite. Whoa. Oh my. I definitely did not see that. Like it's flowing into the tiers of the chakra on this section. And then here it's kind of bending down and over this way. And then once it gets past this gap, it actually flows along. Oops. Along here. And wraps around like here. I'm like, I think it's small. It's super small. It's super incredible also. Also, it's got the shape of a lobe overall, where like a chakra is missing here, a chakra missing here, and it's just a chamber of an ammonite that's subsequently been eroded to have these features in it, where ammonites form in the eddies within matrix that then are eroded so much so that their actual chambers start to be removed from the larger matrix that the ammonite is forming in, and those chambers then become their own shaligrams, where like this portion of the shaligram is just part of the shaligram. It's not its own thing, but it could erode out with enough currents and then go into those currents and become its own system that is exposed to currents based on its structure predominantly. This is quite odd. I don't know what to make of it exactly in terms of why I would do this. It is happening at the chakras. I should probably... Oh, my friggin' body's like got a soft burn. Feels just like, okay, that's life now, I guess. And fuck. Blue. I guess I'll do that. Then it looks like over here, like up to this point. At least maybe it has something going that way, but maybe not. And here, where this like goes down in this way even. But then here, even with that like bump there, bump on that side, smoother on this side, as there is a positive and negative chakra that have different like thatness Like one side is more the hill, the other side is where it's sloped and going off. So it's more just like a, or like having a sharp boundaries of the tiers of the chakra on one side. The other side is more like a sloped runoff of the chakra kind of appearance. Okay, but the point is there are chakras here in the early matrix. Let's see if that does anything for us. I mean, if there's chakras here, they're going to be influencing it. By currents between them. Perfect. So I guess what's happening is there's an eddy around this that's going behind the chakra in this regard, this way, behind, and then out and in front, so that then when it eddies back, it went into this face and flowed along it and into a kind of nook area that was there for whatever reason. Maybe, I'm not sure why this nook area would be there in the chamber, in just like a standard chamber shape, rather than this kind of shape. This also looks like it's going into it. So I guess I spoke too soon on saying it was its own chamber, completely separate. I feel like my microphone might be super loud. Is it super loud? I've kind of turned it up on the gain and like talk way close to it still. And I've watched some of my videos. I'm like, this is unwatchable. Fuck. It's fucking unwatchable. One of them was really good content, but like my mic was real bad. Yeah. We got the same thing going on here that's like clearly related to the structures and the non-structure where it's also happening. But the structures are like products of whatever's creating this, which is really even including this at that point. It's hard to say without seeing it, I guess. I guess this could have been the front. It seems like the back. Let me think about this. This seems like the front. Unless it like turned. I don't know. It moves out and stays nearby to interact. So it formed as its own system, but interacting still with the main ammonite, it seems. That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever like noticed that in a Shaligram. No. No, I mean definitely like ones that are parts of ones, but like that their details are clear products of being near a larger system. Of like the where it was, where it formed. So that currents are like along this axis and fanning out and going away from the center, but down the center. Okay, okay. Layered, flat, some like different. Not quite merging as one chakra. Opening. Okay, that one's pretty much that. This one's got lots of features. Another face. Another face. Is that the same face? No. Two faces. Probably more. This is what I find the most interesting. It's just kind of a bunch of competing potentials overlapping and imprinted, like in part, each interacting with the others. None really dominating to overprint the other thing and just be what's happened. Like that, where it could have been like this. Could have just been an eddy that happened. And just, like, it definitely tried to be. We can see the eddy center kind of thing. Like over here we see a rounded portion that even has, like, the mound of the mass where, as it eddies and uses a backstop mass to eddy against. So it's got that, it's eddying, but maybe it was too smooth, like too flat, and not able to support the eddy. Maybe it moved away from here to over here, and then to over here, where it's got this like ammonite flatness here that then has the like chamber wrapping around the structure to then use what already was to be like an ammonite structure, none of which is actually an ammonite structure because it was all recessively happening. There's also one here that's kind of sideways with like chambers kind of happening there, just intersecting it all. Nothing to see here. Looks like a window was trying to happen like these there. This one spirals out and in. Can see like the ripples, the boundaries extending that go right along the bottom of this opening and then generally to the top, even across here maybe, this like region that's not eroded. Nothing to see here. Points at like that boundary though. This goes up and maybe across to over that way. It's ramping up. Ramp. Eddy. I'm so rude to people. I gotta stop being rude to people. Just because I can't make progress in my research being acknowledged to exist. Oh my god, and accounted for. So I was thinking though, like the way a chakra is here, it kind of looks like it's forming here with even elements of how it might morph. I don't know. Just a thought. And then on the other side is this gold stuff, but I don't know if we. This here, I thought looked like a chakra and lobe kind of happening thing here. It's way too pointy. Like, what the hell? And then just some features up here that it just blends into. It's bounded by this. That then points generally, I guess if we take that and extend along that, it generally points to the margin where the erosion is. It almost looks like currents going around and going off straight and wrapping in. These are all heavily this way. Then we see that way some there. Hard to say what's going on over here, really. I see some across. Looks kind of Egyptian in the way the patterns are. I don't know. Something. And then just boom. Like, okay. I don't know if science even tries to explain it. Like, a tenth of these details. Definitely not that. Just this crack. Intrusion, maybe. But then another one there. It's bounded on two sides. It actually, when we see it here, we see it has two. Just gives the impression that it's going two directions, interacting. Wow. And then we really see like flow paths here. Cross here. This one's super good in that regard. And then that thing that they do where they have the like belemnite structure, but then with the ammonite between. And then that. This was pretty. Oh. It's got some oddities, but. And I really like the way this face looks. But. and this face. I didn't even notice this huge smiley face. But this one, like they tend to be, caught me off guard. I thought it was just an ammonite, you know, I didn't see up here. I think it's a little odd in the way it is. The surface of this is incredible. Like, clear anomalies. The striations are clearly involved. Ah, it's so good. Perfectly normal. This one looks a lot like this one. But specifically, like on the side of it, it just really reminds me of it for some reason. Maybe because it's a Shaligram of a similar shape and size. These little rings here, or shapes, whatever. That one looks like it might have a little circle inside like that. And then here, little chakra. But if we look at it closer, this one I noticed. Like at first, so it's got that smooth hill like chakra shape on this side, which is it just does. I don't know why. I like exactly why. Probably up and down, I guess. But then this side we see wrapping in here in like layers. And then down and over kind of thing, but with more of like a there. And then over here too, and like through, but like also like kind of more like that. And then just kind of over here. Like it's trying to form a chakra and a chakra. And what ends up happening is what's here, because it can't do that because here's an ammonite. It's already forming this huge ammonite, which has its currents coming back along this way in this region and is running into resistance. And it's even doing it here again. Maybe even a bit there, where it's trying to form another structure. It's doing it here, like offshoot of it. Over here, a lobe at least, maybe a smaller lobe, but that way, etc. Again, like right there too, but it looks like there's some anomalous, like this way flow patterns on the surface. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Oh, there it is. This one looks this way. Okay, let's find some more odd ones. This one's incredible, just in general. Might have looked at this. I don't know. Like, how incredible. It looks like a Ninja Turtle. He's got pizza in his mouth, too. For some reason, he eats sideways. Oh, he didn't like that. His eyes became his mouth angry. Okay. Lots of curious things. It's hard to say what exactly is going on. Besides generally currents and point to some specific things I see. That looks like the silhouette of a chakra pointing at this. I don't even know what that would be considered. I guess an ammonite. I guess they would have to consider it part of an ammonite. I think it's that one. I don't know. This shape is very common in shaligrams, where up here is the protruding belemnite. Pretty cool the way matrix is there, or the way the ammonite is, but like it doesn't. I'm not even sure that makes sense. It's like super elongated in terms of an actual ammonite. In terms of an actual sea creature. Some striations on the ammonite as usual. These ammonites interacting. Interestingly, it's like pretty much related to this lobe. And then the chakra is related to like where the outer portion is, which is then related there. I'm not sure why it would form here. I guess it's where it stops. So whatever's happening in here is maybe running into resistance, cutting into the stone, and going down this way, but running into resistance. And maybe because it goes down, like over down, but then the down is interacting with cross currents that are going sideways here, leading to these and others. Again, like clear relationships and the boundaries. Hard to say inside how it relates to that one. From that angle, it looks like it relates in every way. I mean, we're looking in at the chakra here. Oh my god, there's a chakra there. I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm the Mad Ninja Turtle now. Oh. It looks like a chakra. I mean, it could just be like something like that. But it doesn't really look like the standard. It looks like a chakra. Literally. Like doing this kind of shape. I don't think he has a video of this. I've been watching way too many movies, maybe it could be argued. That's fucking silly. I watched Snakes on a Plane the other day, for example. Oh, the freaking... It was like a PC version, I noticed as I was watching it on YouTube. Wait, he never said the thing. He said some other thing. That's weird. I don't think it's here. I don't think it's here. That one's here. We didn't get to that one. Holy shit. What in the fuck? Oh, that's super cool. What's going on over here? Why is it doing that? Oh, you know. It's just fossils being fossils. Oh, Snakes on a Plane. It is silly. It's really not worth your time. No offense, Snakes on a Plane, guys. Yeah. It's just silly. The standard, like, eddy in one plane and another eddy, like, starting off of it in another plane. And then another eddy underneath that eddy. Further off, though. Did I do that? It's hard to see where it transitions any better. I am Tiny Man. Chakra at the edge over here, by the way. Not quite as at the edge as it can be, though. Some other thing going on. Okay. Close that one. Oh, damn. Same price. See the other one with the ammonite inside of it, same price as this one. This one's so cool. But the other one is so rare. And ones like this definitely are more common than ones with like an internal eddy beyond the eddy. That is something else. This one looks like it's starting an ammonite here, but then was kind of using this to start another one here to extend it over. But as like here as the space, or maybe it started here and shifted. But it gives me the impression it started here and shifted here. Because this boundary doesn't really make sense. Like it wasn't really forming the low boundary. I don't know. I don't wanna just go saying some shit just because, but it looks like something's up. Possibly a chakra. Just right under the chakra, branch off with little gaps between them. Who cares? Goes across, up, little sneaking along. We're pointing at the center. Who cares? Who cares? We already figured it out. This one just ramps up this. No big deal. It's all circumstantial. This one ramps up the opposite side. Who cares? It's boring when this points over at this and looks related also. Like this is chakras. Oh. My. Hello. Full-blown ammonite over here. Chakra here. Like this is one structure. This is kind of what I mean the other side was doing. Like it had an ammonite and then a nook formed. Like this, where it formed an actual chakra. And it is like the predominant one, whereas this one is the larger, whereas the other one, this one's small, and the other structure is extended and more like its own thing over here, and this is just kind of squished off here, but it clearly, like this boundary, we can just assume falls in here, and this is the extent of this ammonite, I guess. I don't know what the hell people would say. This thing's insane. Out of stock. I'm like, wait a minute, this thing, I would probably have got this one if it was earlier in my Shaligram observation times. T-Rex elongated body. Right here. Like a mouth, eyes, and like a tail. Maybe feet there. Totally. Or some kind of dinosaur or something. I don't know, I might just be seeing something else. It's funny. Nah, over there in this way. Oh, damn. And then this wraps around and is like a larger structure that is related over here. This boundary generally around. And this like layer that then goes across. And then another layer. And then here we are at this ammonite, but then we see the layers continuing, a chakra type thing happening here. Oh, wow. Cool, I found it. I found it. And then some other ammonite structure below it. Like it's this again here kind of thing. But it looks like a different ammonite entirely to the others. Although it's got such a similar appearance to this, it almost looks like current, let's say, let's suppose, was eddying here, maybe went across here, ran into resistance in this region, and went inward and eddied. I don't know if that makes sense actually. Or in here and eddied inward, but then eddied inward to a point where it held the margin, so it forced the flow across further, where then it goes inward into this face. And because the face has not been eroded away, but it is being eroded, but it has not been eroded away, it like rebounds into everything else going on, and maybe it goes across this way and back into the stone over here to kind of create like a mirror effect down across the boundary. I kind of think that's what happened. Kind of would say it's related. I'd like to see over there more. Damn, my feet. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm well. It's not cool. Fuck. Psoriasis sucks. I just hope that's all it is. It fucking seems ridiculous. Okay, I went through that one. Another one with just a bunch of features. Clearly interrelated in their formation process. There's a layering boundary there that It's quite related to the chakra, I'd say. Don't see a clear relationship to like over here that I would expect, although this goes this way and points at it. That points at the side of kind of relating to over there, I guess. What the fuck? I forgot about this Shaligram. Oh my lord. Boundary going like there and over here. Some reason it seems related to this. It's like currents running into the stone and then extending along and back, maybe even branching off until it runs into resistance to a point where it joins. Like one of these. What the fuck did I eat? Fuck. Chakra in here that this is kind of pointing at. This one's going between this thing and this. That's forming like a chakra and two lobes there above that one, but restricted. Hard margin at this one. Some others over here trying to form, all interacting. Chakra, but then like layers. Definitely incredible Shaligram. I wish we could see this better. I don't know if there's another image of it. I guess it's like up there. Center of this one just extends in there. They're all pinching off here. Let's check out the this. A couple smaller ones. Since I last looked, at least. These ones. These ones I already saw, but they're relatively bigger. Kamchatka is worth mentioning. I haven't really been posting about earthquakes. I kind of paused, but I've been watching. Just kind of watching. But like the last week, it fell off. Some of the data fell off. Let's go. That made it look more interesting than that. Let's do 9. I don't know if those will still look that way. Essentially, it looks like it's doing kind of like this. Holy shit. Like super kind of like this, like over here. This path being like this here. That comes up to the chakra. Along this way, and then it's to the chakra. And then the chakra has all these quakes here. Going like along this path. And then a loop back on the other side towards the chakra in this area, and then fanning off even kind of below like this, rather than this path, like going this way rather than here. It goes down further. Down further. What the hell could that mean? I'm just like, well, if the earth is kind of like that, then there's probably cavities into the earth that we don't know about. That if there are advanced civilizations or people advanced coming out of the ocean in spaceships, if there's anything to that, maybe they can get into the earth too through channels like ammonite structure channels to get in and know where there's actually gaps that are non-obvious, maybe. Makes me think of some stuff I've been saying. What did it say? Category 5 heat wave Pacific or something. If I go like this. Surface. Probably not surface then. Probably not surface as basis. What the fuck did I do? Holy shit. I must have had too much fucking sodium today or something. done that. My feet are kind of swollen and concerning. Possible. I'm just hoping it's not friggin' psoriasis stuff. It's probably from some shit I ate today. Certainly possible. Okay, that's that one. Little chakra in there. Wannabe chakra next to it at the margin. That kind of looks there. Also, smaller ones maybe. And then at this whole structure's margin, like it's pointing at a chakra. Is some lobe-like feature trying to form. Another of these, just indented striation patterns across a chakra. The opening is rather odd. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see. With like an offshooting current up here that, like we saw in other places, this, like especially if the stone didn't have this slope off, would have had more surface, flat surface to run into other pressures and be forced downward into the stone, like here, to then layer them at an angle off of the hinge point that just like layers it off using this bottom ammonite as a ramp for a top ammonite to then form. But it didn't do that here, but it could have. It even looks like it went back that way, and maybe a secondary one to create some more patterns, but not ammonites. Sort of trying to do one there. Maybe this margin too. This one's pretty cool, I'd say. It's like, thanks, man. It's like a mouth, eyeball, third eye. Just fucking energized third eye, shooting a beam. Looks almost like that. Like, I think that actually is the chakra. And I thought this was the chakra. Crazy. It's like both. Started this one, became that one, maybe? Or it is here. I can't tell. Okay. He's got so many cool shaligrams. Shaligram videos. Okay, that one's just kind of that. Yeah, I was gonna use this one as a jumping point. What the fuck? The left side looks like an ammonite. What the fuck am I seeing? Like a spiral. It is an ammonite. What do you mean it looks like an ammonite? It looks like a freaking spiral the way it is. Like an eddy was drilling into this side in a way that just really captured it more. That's kind of crazy. I'd like to see it better. I don't know. I might not have seen a lot of these. I thought I had. Like, this doesn't look familiar. Maybe. Maybe I was going by surface textures. Crazy, the friggin' contrast. From currents colliding, positive, negative energies, fractal. I guess that's all down there. Wanted to click that one. This one's kind of interesting looking. I think I have seen these actually. Okay. Probably not talked about any of these. So it's cool to just click them through. Okay. Sure. Shaligram Kendra 347. Oh, so cool. It's just for a double. It's a double. The shape of it. Separate sides, not really in each other's space, but that looked like it kind of extended to it. Was that from this one? Over here? I don't know. It looks like it goes down and then like weirdly goes that way. I don't know. I don't know. Very cool, very cool. Okay, this one's pretty much that. Interesting little blob aspect, I guess. It's quite odd, really. Like, something's up. Something is awry here. Like, it looks like the side of an ammonite that's wrapping around, and then it's got the matrix on top. I guess it's just matrix on top. But the way it coats into the front of it here seems like it extends further than it should. I don't know. It's sometimes hard to tell. I don't want to put weight in it when it's like, no, that's just like the structure cross section at that place. Interesting, but I don't know what to say. I'm like freaking trying to make it. It's 2. I really shouldn't be doing this anymore. But glad to be doing it. I'm I need to do something. Something. Straight above the chakra, no. Who cares? Who cares? We already figured it out. It's a good thing we got books to read from people who said how things were. Isn't it ironic? Maybe. I don't know. Whoa. It may not be ironic. Ugh. The shape of the ammonite is just like failing to be made here. So it's just got like weird runoff ripples rather than the structure that would be matching to this. And like an indent. Some stuff going on there. Okay. But I wanted to check out really this guy's. I saw some incredible ones actually. Oh yeah, it is videos. I know I've talked about it before, but it was just so incredible. Where was it in the others I saw? I had so many open that I was gonna go through, but it was like a month. It was like, no, like a week. I'll just close them. I closed them. After like a week, I closed them just hours ago too. Oh, knee itches so bad. Oh, it itches so bad. The stitches. I've been pretty good about it, so I don't think it's like in a bad state. It's just healing. Open some of these, I guess. I was looking for older ones that I might not have noticed. Might have skipped. This one's incredible. I think I was looking at that one the other day. I might have talked about it. It's been a while since I talked about Shaligrams though. I might have just... This was the one that I was looking for. Among others, let's check out that one. Like, holy crap, the snake head there. Oh. I'm sure I'm skipping over several good ones. That's kind of weird right there. Okay, there's no way in hell I need more than this, but I'll open that one too. And that one. And just keep going, fuck it. Okay. Definitely some boundaries around it, trying to form ammonite like shape there too. Cross section formed of dots. Okay, for anyone who's like, what the fuck? Okay, next. Inside looks odd. Outside reminds me of a Shaligram I have. That's good to see. Okay. Another one with layers. Still doing that branching off though kind of thing. Like it's going this way and this way, like overall. Even though they're layered, it's still doing the branch off thing. With like another one above it there. Just help support the layer, the branch off. Makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. It looks even like it has like a tiny ammonite between the two, just for good measure. It really does look like that. It looks like this is a chakra, and this is a lobe, and this is a lobe that then extends around this, where the whole thing is an ammonite, but like recessively that's happening. Oh, I just opened so many tabs, I'm so tired. I love how it's the shape of an ammonite. It's literally the stone is like this the standard shape. Rounded, wraps around, comes to this larger portion. And then there's a fucking imprint in it. With all this, like, oddities. No ammonite in the stone, though. Just that. Even though the stone has the shape of an ammonite. It's almost like an eddy was forming in the stone and it shifted onto the side, kind of. Like it was more pushing in here, drilling in here, kind of thing, with the matrix material being shaped by it. But then it just kind of slipped off and eddied against the resistance of the ammonite structure it was forming in this nook. It's insane. It's even got a depressed region like right there, generally, where it's higher around here. General margin there of these puncture dots. So I love how they just like a lightning strike are branched together. That thing is so misfigured. This crack in the stone just goes across, divides, goes up there, but then continues this way, goes up kind of, back down, over, around, and then kind of just becomes the boundary. And continues through as well. Becomes a boundary. I don't know. Then there's that one. On its side, where this eddy is actually like a resistance that another eddy forms against. Again, just chakra shapes to this. Like a freaking pencil. Okay. Little catches. Doop. Doop. Like a chakra. It's just like the shape of it. One side of a chakra. Kind of looking like a chakra the other way too, actually. Which is common, where an eddy can happen and then another eddy beside it, that the two then form chakras between them. Not what happened here, but it still formed the chakras adjacent structurally. This one is so ridiculous. It's worth looking at like any day, all day, in my Shaligram analysis videos. I could just watch this one over and over. It's freaking ridiculous. Ammonite there. I think an ammonite there, maybe. Ammonite there. Some kind of rib, like, layering. Looks like a something here. Like, is it a chakra? No. But is it... Maybe that's... It's kind of behaving like a dendrite. Is my thoughts. It's very odd. They're like structurally compartmentalized here. Here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. Some chunk, some segment. And in this one, there's an ammonite. Back there, some ribs. This generally just having a chakra type shape. Another ammonite there. Possibly back there. Another one there. Another one there. Probably some up here. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see it actually. There, we saw that maybe. One over there. It's like a cave. A little cave, but with chakras in it. Like full-blown chakras. It'd be so cool walking a cave and it just has a like spiral down structure like this. One after another chained. Like what the fuck is this place? Probably dangerous is what it is. The floor is collapsing. So crazy. What a Shaligram. One, two, three. This one also, this chunk, like it just blends right in. It literally just blends in with the surroundings. Hugs is exactly this one up here. So ridiculous. What the fuck? The current is flowing in and drilling into resistance here. I don't know what happened. Oh, damn. Super tired. Okay, I think, click through real quick. Can't hold myself. Super cool. Definitely some curious features. This one I thought was interesting. The way this is, the way this is. More than just the actual center piece, literally, but the surrounding features. Similar size and interesting. Whoa. Oh, what happened here? Oh my lord. What? Oh my. Time erosion coincidence. You see, Johnny, we figured it out. There it is. Time erosion coincidence. That's all it takes. And you can do anything you want. Anything you put your mind to, little Timmy. It makes no sense. In terms of modern science. This, though, seems to capture something I think about when I see the suture pattern waver back and forth. Like it's literally cross currents. Or parallel but opposite traveling currents that are interacting with cross currents. And this kind of gives me that vibe of those parallel ones. It's not really showing interaction with cross currents per se in the way these are. But none of it shows it like that, so maybe there's a reason, I don't know. It's hard to say where the chakras even are on this one. It looks like it's there and there, like totally off. Or there and there. But then this kind of looks like it's here at this moment. I mean, it's gotta be that. It's just gotta be. Okay. There's definitely ones where it's not where it should be. I was checking if it was. Clear interaction. Whoa. You know what? I'm just gonna go this way now. Yeah, it's totally fine. Chakras, and then it goes down over there. Yeah, it's totally reasonable. Totally reasonable. Ah, cool. Thanks, man. You too. Have a good night or day, I guess. I gotta get out of here too. Okay, that was that one. Okay, I don't know which one grabbed my attention. Oh well. Whatever the thumbnail was unclear after that. Again with the on top, a little triangle corner on the side. I don't know if this one is so at the hinge point as the others have been. I don't know. It looks not. This one looked kind of drilled in like they can be. By the currents, not by a person. Strange. Okay. Oh, so cool. Whoa. Hey. What's up, man? Checking out some Shaligrams. Oh, I gotta go soon. I'm freaking passing out so bad. Apologies if you just showed. You got any cool findings on the moon? Or other thing, I guess. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. What a Shaligram. Lightning scarred planets besides Earth? Like Venus? I don't even know if Venus is lightning scarred. Mars is lightning scarred, or you mean like super lightning scarred with that friggin' scar on the side? I forget what it's called. Scar on Mars. Valles Marineris. This thing looks like a sniper gun. Oh, cool, cool. Oh, this is 11 years ago. I see, I see. Oh yeah, this looks real good. This looks real good. Nice, nice. I used to watch that channel. It's been a long time. I probably should revisit it. Now that you mention it, it's definitely got a lot of stuff worth A, being aware of, and B, being re-aware of. Not that specifically, the Thunderbolts project in general. Man, 11 years. I might have seen it. I don't know. That would have been a time I was watching this channel. Oh, they got a new one. New one on this subject, even. That's a super old video to even be able to find in all their videos. The problem with having so many videos. Yeah, I used to like watch the fuck out of these, honestly. I guess I'll watch some more recent ones. It's pretty solid. I just am not convinced. It basically starts with the argument that gravity is too weak to cause electromagnetism, and kind of just neglects gravity. That's my main problem with it. It just fully neglects gravity and tries to like give it a just like a electrical explanation in passing and doesn't really worry about it too much. It's pretty much a ignored aspect of the universe when it comes to electric universe. And I'm like, no, dudes. No, not okay. Not true. False. Cannot be so low on the totem pole. Gravity is central. It is the ultimate force. not the other way around. Although it can be argued that they're synergistic, both emergent and both dependent on one another to emerge in a sense. But ultimately, they don't compression, I mean, it's pressure. That's the thing, is it's pressure. Pressure driven, but then it also, the thing is it creates things. Like it's not just there. It literally causes magnetic fields. It causes the electromagnetic spectrum. I don't know what to tell you. That's the thing, though. It's like, it is the simple, most basic thing. More simple than magnetism. It just is in an infinite universe. It's a better way than electric. Electric is emergent. Certainly gravity is emergent, but again, ground up gravity first. Roll something and go to bed. I don't know why I'm this friggin' idiot. I don't know what I am doing. It's kind of like principles of correspondence, I guess, in that regard, where there's expansion and contraction, but there's not actually expansion in terms of expansion of the universe expansion. There's just expansion in terms of like a high pressure pushing outward and growing and into a larger area, and low pressure having surroundings push in and compressing the low pressure region to nothingness. So it's like a balance. But it's kind of emergent from like underlying nothingness and oneness. Nothingness and oneness. My YouTube channel specifically says assume nothing. Oh, it's not there. Assume nothing. No, really assume nothing. Because if we assume nothing in like a mathematical way, like the least necessary assumptions, if we assume the least possible, nothing, and only nothing, and all we have assumed is nothing, then it is both nothing and everything. And my interpretation is that intrinsically, nothingness has this duality that feeds infinity into manifesting. and nothing always exists. So the idea that like nothing, if if there's something, how is there nothing? Like there is nothing now and forever, but there's also everything. But like it's as real as everything else. Nothing's like existence is the underlying consciousness, really, in a sense, like the mind that drives infinity into being, the battery, eternal battery of the universe, by just being. And then it's equal and opposite to itself by being all. And all we've done is assume nothing. So it has an equal opposition. That's how I see it. I know it's maybe this is all like post my research, just kind of how I summarize it. Not how I arrived at it, but how I've like come to see it, I guess, as at its core, and then from that infinity emerges, which then behaves according to the laws of physics and the principles of correspondence, of hermeticism, of like vibration, and whatever else there is that's specifically related to ebb and flow kind of stuff. Yes. Seven, or hermetic, 7 principles. Principle of correspondence is one of the 7 principles, that's right. Vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect. I mean, these all kind of tie into gender, even into a ebb and flow kind of thing. But it emerges simply from assuming nothing, which is reasonable. Like in science, the optimal starting assumption is nothing. Is no starting assumption, I guess. Even though it is a starting assumption, and so it is a thing, it's like an enigma, I guess. And then it's got zeros and ones and zeros kind of thing, like a binary nature to the universe that comes from the nothingness and the oneness. It may be also that one is always exists, and it separates into parts from 0 to infinity in a sense, but one is really the main thing that truly exists. And saying that everything comes from nothing is like a dark opposite to that. Different values for 0, nothing. I guess so. I don't know. nil. Like a placeholder thing that's not really even 0. I like to think math can be kind of yeah, I know very little about programming. Even though I did it. C++ and MATLAB and shit. Ugh, MATLAB. Fuck that. Fuck MATLAB. Say it with me. You know you fuck MATLAB. I know there's people out there that's like, fuck MATLAB. This shit can suck a dick, MATLAB. Holy shit. Sorry, MATLAB. No, it's got some cool functions, but dear God, this stuff got real complex. Damn, that's pretty impressive. If that's all programmed from MATLAB, that image there. Damn. Fucking MATLAB. Ugh. What do you mean? Why don't you do equations and this and that? Bruh. Fuck MATLAB. Sorry, pardon me. I'm going on a side rant. 0, no, oh yeah. Undefined. Yeah. I guess it kind of manifests as like the whole in the whole. Like the fractalness of it all leads to basically that there is manifestations of ones and zeros, like a current flowing along boundaries of pressures equals 1. Oh man, it's so cool though. It definitely is not just binary. It's not just binary, but it's like probably more of like an octave, I guess. Like an angle that it is amongst the many angles that it is. Because there's definitely something to be said for other numbers than 1 and 0. 0 being like the whole, all wrapped up as the whole, but where it's like a dense mass. And then 1 being the current that flows along the resistance of the dense mass. At the balance point between the high and low kind of thing, where it's just like 1. 2 perfectly equal opposite pressures, the balance between them becomes a 1. But then if they ramp, like the Shaligrams were doing earlier, where the ammonites were ramping off of one another at an angle, where one's like this and others like this, if they're ramping, then they're basically, there's 2 pressures where they're perfectly balanced, effectively, but then one of them gets into the other at all because of the flows of things and that everything's in flux. And that leads to eddies that become zeros. And then interactions across the boundaries, but the purest sense, it just forms a one. I think there's probably something to every number shape. Like it didn't accidentally become that way. Uh, feel like I saw a 2 somewhere at some point that I can't remember. In like Western North America, where it's just like a 2 shape. I don't know. Other numbers more so. 1 and 0 the most. 8 maybe, 9, 3, 6, 9. Especially 6 and 9. 6 and 9 being like 2 eddies as well. With the tail going different directions. Count to 60 with 2 hands. Damn. You mean like a method like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh fuck. I gotta go. It's 2:30. Fuck. It's way too late. I'm definitely gotta go. I gotta go. Okay. Sorry to cut this short. But all good things come to an end, I guess. Fuck. Including life without ailments. Oh, hey guys, thanks for joining. I assume that's what that is. Like clicking my shit. What's up, dudes? There haven't been, before I go, there haven't really been any Shaligrams on Etsy. I don't know what's up. They just kind of stopped posting them. Collectively. I assume it's the tariffs. But I'm a little surprised they all collectively stopped. These have all been in here for like months. I don't know why. Maybe they found a different place. Could ask some of the vendors. They still have stuff up. They're just not new ones. Maybe Shaligrams are getting harder to get access to. For some vendors at least, but I don't see why they would all simultaneously. It really did happen with the tariffs, so maybe they just either can't sell. I don't know. Something happened. Anyway, we lost a bunch of inputs. These are some exceptions that did show up recently, so there's been a few. But far between, besides rear jack screws that show up all the time. Here. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope that was interesting. Made in China Shaligrams. Shaligrams made in China. It's actually pretty close to China. They probably are made in China, some of them. Shaligrams made in China. Oops. You mean the tariffs? Like the tariffs are to prevent the made in China thing. Let's see. Border. Here's China. China. And then here's Damn It Arcoon, where shaligrams are from. The large lobe with chakras kind of thing. With the ramp. So many cool things here. See my Damn It Arcoon playlist. But there probably are shaligrams over here. There's definitely like this. This is in China. I just feel like there's gotta be something over there. Maybe not. I don't know. It would be so cool to go to China and boop. Not that it would be easy to get there. The boop part, it might look easy, but getting there. Or like maybe there's stuff under the glaciers. That'd be cool if there's like a treasure trove of shaligrams, like right here. And the glaciers melt. And then something more like this becomes visible underneath it all somehow. Figured that shit in pictures. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks, guys. Peace out. See you, Echo. See you, Gary. Anyone else out there? Till next time. Peace out. I never know how to freaking